Welcome to Talk Story to Me Studios. I am your host, Griot Josh. Happy Sunday. May the force be with you. Today I want to talk to you about my favorite fandom. So 2020 is the year, every year is full of cons, which are conventions, which are things that nerds go to. Every year it has a bunch of cons. 2020, obviously nobody went to any of the cons. And the con that I most miss is Star Wars Con, which is called Star Wars Celebration. And I miss it for a number of reasons. Mainly because it's my favorite one. And it's my favorite one because when I go to Star Wars Celebration, every time it's like coming home. And when the pandemic hit in the beginning, I was just like, I think we'll pull out of this. Coronavirus only lasts 14 days. If everyone stays home, then shouldn't be any problems. Everyone did not stay home, and the governing administration exacerbated everything tremendously. So my sister and I messaged each other, and it was really sad when we realized, like, this is not going to happen this year. And the significance of that is I go to Celebration. This is my thing. This has been my treat to myself. I tell my friends, anytime Celebration is in the United States, I'm gonna go. My treat to myself. So I've gone to Anaheim a couple of times. I've been to Florida, Chicago. If it's in the States, I'm going. I've taken my sister with me one time, but it was only for one day because I couldn't afford to buy 2 tickets, and she didn't have a job. But now, so many years later, she is gainfully employed. She buys her own ticket. So I bought my ticket for all 4 days. She bought hers for all 4 days. We were gonna get a hotel. We had huge cosplay aspirations. Like we were doing it big. We had a whole plan on how we were gonna tackle all 4 days at Celebration this year. It was gonna be huge. I have 2 sisters, so this is the oldest of my younger sisters. And so, it was this big thing that we've been building up to and planning and plotting, like literally. She was a little more diligent about her cosplay than I was. Quick disclaimer, my cosplay was going to be about this dude who was like a Jedi, but also a Mandalorian. And I had this incredibly sleek design, and I sent it to my boy to do it. And then wouldn't you know, they dropped a show called The Mandalorian. So that kind of or they didn't drop it, but they announced that it was coming. So that kind of took the steam out of my sails for a little bit. But my sister, and I'm not going to spoil what she was going to do because when she launches it, it's going to be amazing. She was the real deal. She's more of a visual artist than I am. I'm more so the writer and performer. And she was measuring things. She was talking to other cosplayers. She was getting the foam and cutting and painting and spray painting it, and it was amazing. It was amazing. She was testing it. Nope, that doesn't work. All right, I got to go rework it. I got to cut it again. Blah, blah, blah. She was building it out, right? She was building it out. She had bought some paint for her skin, all out. So we had this amazing plan. It was going to be the 2 of us, and we were going to go and really brother-sister it out. And it was going to be personal and deep, and we're going to share this thing that means so much to me, this fandom that I introduced her to. And about halfway into the year, we both kind of realized, this is not going to happen, is it? And that was a very sad day. But, you're an adult. You get over it. It's okay, this isn't going to happen. Sucks, but it is what it is. And I really have been working on letting it go, and my way of letting it go is pretty much not to think about it, because I love Celebration. Like I said, Celebration for me is coming home to my people. Honestly, it's like hanging out with a bunch of black people. When black people are around black people, you can just be black. You just exult and rejoice in your blackness. But also, there are certain ways that you don't have to be when you're with black people. When you're around white people, you gotta, all the black people watching this, you gotta be a certain way. You gotta keep a certain guard up, because you never know what's gonna happen or what might be misinterpreted. But when you're around black people, you don't have to do none of that. You can just be in your blackness, and you got your inside jokes, and you got your, You can just be black. And for me, celebration is the same thing. I can just go. I don't have to worry about explaining like why I love Star Wars so much, why it's so impactful to me, why actors dying like hits me so hard. Like I don't have to do any of that. I can just go to Celebration and be home. We can talk about Star Wars. We can nerd out. I know more than a lot of people. A lot of people know more than me. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. We're all having all these amazing, amazing exchanges. It is not perfect. I did have a racist encounter in 2017, I believe it was, for The Last Jedi. But that's not what we're here to talk about. The main part is pretty much it's darn near a perfect experience for me every single time. I go and I love it. Some of the best cosplay I've ever seen has been a Celebration. The best Thrawn I have ever seen was a kid at that same one for The Last Jedi. And I think he was like 12 maybe, and full blue, all of it, the Grand Admiral Thrawn, like he just looked fantastic. And I love Celebration. It really is this deep, cathartic, emotional, coming home feeling for me. I get to be around my people, honestly, is what it feels like. All different types of people, all different types of families. We're camping out in line, we're discussing things like, oh, which rooms are you going to go to? Are you going to go to the main stage or the Celebration stage? Did you get your wristbands? All of it. It really is coming home to my people. Star Wars is my first fandom, my most beloved, my most impactful. Star Wars shaped who I am. And so I was just like, okay, that's not happening this year. It's fine. I'm an adult. I can move past it. It is what it is. And that's basically where I left it. And then my sister messaged me a couple weeks ago, actually, at this point. And she tells me, Josh, I'm going through the Celebration store because they digitized the whole store since there's going to be no one there because it's not happening. I'm going through the Celebration store and I want to get something to kind of commemorate the year, just to show that it was supposed to happen. I don't want to get anything big. I don't need a t-shirt or anything, but I can't find anything. And I was like, okay, honestly, do you know? She's grown. Go do grown things. And then she hit me again. She's like, I think I'm going to get the Celebration pen. And I went and looked at it, and it's a very simple pen. Just Star Wars Celebration, Anaheim 2020. And I've never skipped. Like I said, I haven't skipped a Celebration in the States since, I want to say 2007. Granted, there haven't been that many in the States because they used to do it was a really big deal to have go all around the world. And I saw the pen and I was just like, I gotta get this. Just to commemorate it. Go with my other Star Wars paraphernalia. No big deal. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it too. I'm gonna order it right now because Star Wars fans buy stuff up. I'm like, jokingly, I'm like, it'll probably be a collector's item one day, like the 2020 pin of the Celebration that never happened. And so I ordered it, forgot about it. Finally comes in the mail, I get the notification on my phone, UPS dropped it off. Oh, okay, cool. Go down, get it out of my mailbox, come back into my apartment, open it, and then I'm holding it. And I feel all the affection about Celebration fill my body up. There is no Celebration this year. I'm not going. I'm not around the people. But there was something about having this pin. Matter of fact, do a little camera break. I'll show it to you guys right now. I haven't even taken it out of the plastic. But just looking at it, having this pin, Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2020, the iconic lightsaber logo. It reminds me of what could have been. It reminds me of what would have been. I didn't skip Celebration this year. I have the proof. And it may seem silly to some people, and I totally get that. Like, Josh, it's a pin. You didn't go anywhere. You didn't go to the hotel. You didn't get in your cosplay. Facts. But I have this pen, and this pen, as much as any picture that I would take, represents celebration. And celebration obviously represents Star Wars and takes me back to when I was 7 and watched the original trilogy all in one night for the first time. My introduction to this magnificent universe. And so I messaged my sister. I was like, I got it. My pen came in the mail. And I am so glad that it did. Good call, kiddo. Good call.